Outline is a project that was born by questioning the concept of limit dictated by the pre-existence, starting from the urban level up to the architectural scale. Let's start with what people mean about an outline. An outline is a line that defines a shape of an object, even if this definition is questioned by many illustration or works of art that can convey an image inside our minds without a line, a definite line. For us, the outline becomes a guide to overflow, trying not to eliminate it entirely. We start with the roads. The roads no longer have the simple role of links between two different parts of the lot, but become social places where people can interact with each other. In 2060, we imagine that there are no longer roads that are suitable only for vehicles and divided into lanes, but all the roads in which the car can circulate become shared street. So the drivers must pay attention to everyone who leaves the road with them. There are no more functional divisions in the streets and in the road design that is concealed with the insertion of rectangular shapes that invades the middle of the street, and at the same time penetrate inside the existing building, modifying the material treatment of the street and creating point of interest. This carpet will see that connect the architecture to the street, and in some cases the presence of a carpet determines a different material treatment of a facade or a constructive element, destroying the outline of the pre-existent architecture. So by analyzing the lot, we decided to increase the connection between the opposite part of the neighborhood, creating two main boulevards that are connected by a square, a pedestrian square. And this boulevard may lead to different poles that are the school pole and the senior center. The streets are ordered by width and functions. So we imagine three different streets, the shared street that are where car and pedestrian and other vehicles can ride, and that usually are 12 meters wide in the main boulevard. The pedestrian streets are 5 meters wide, even if the road section is variable, and the driveways that are 2 meters wide and are the third level of street. Regarding the demolition and the construction of building, in this scheme we marked the turn down buildings in yellow and the intervention in red. We decided to create a school center near the Siemensstrasse, so we turned down the old kindergarten to create a public space, a public green space, and the others buildings demolition are in where we decided to make the pedestrian square and where the boulevard pass. Also, we raised some existing building and saturated some spaces to connect the cars between them. And in this scheme, we marked what we raised and what we have built. We focused on a meaningful extractor where we can distinguish two different types of intervention on two different typology building. At this scale, is more appreciable the role of the carpets that have the role of connecting the building between them, like in the right part of the extractor, or connect the building to the house. Then the space between the existing building we saturated with the building that have multifunctional that are multifunctional. They have normally a public function for increase the relationship between the citizens, and these volumes are repeated in many ways. So we decided to use an open plan structure for responding to a need of flexibility and adaptability. We have used a constant that are these blocks that are structural blocks for that are used also as services for an elevator or the services like the bathroom in the public spaces. Here, an isometric view where we associate the project references to the solution we have. From the Furla factory and the project in Toulouse, we took the idea of the terraces upon the building for the population, where they can meet and can stay with each other. We'd like to express the lightness of the structure. And from the Fuel Park in Amsterdam, we took the idea of the carpets, of the different material treatment of the streets and the carpets. Then we talk about the intervention of the typology. We started from the current state, and we applied some blocks that are services blocks. We try to maintain the rhythm of the current state, inserting the stairwells for go in the upper floors. There are two different typology of apartment. The pre-existing where we connected the old apartment, and a new typology who developed onto floors. When we go on the second floor, we decided to reduce the number of the apartment for create these terraces that are public and not private. This is a focus on the apartment, and that's an example of a service block. This is the other typology where we decide to take out the stairs for. Where we took out the stairs for increasing the space that we divided in 3 different apartments that are where there are the same blocks, services block we saw before.